What's going on, everyone? So today we're going to be taking a look at Jeremy Koling's first signature disc here with MVP, and this is the Proton Particle Glow Tempo. Look at how beautiful that dragonfly is. That nice shimmer of the wing stamp will be the stock stamp on these beautiful Proton Particle Glows. And what an awesome disc to release this new Proton Particle Glow plastic. Feel like I just had a tongue twister here saying Proton Particle Glow so many times. But anyway, so this is a new plastic that MVP was messing around with to showcase now in this new Tempo. And it has all different types, exactly what it sounds like, all like metallic little star bursty flakes of glow that are within the Proton plastic. I will light this up to show you guys exactly what it looks like, but it is pretty much, camera's really not going to pick it up in this dark light right now, but maybe it will a little bit. But it is all over the disc and just shimmers like a nice little sky full of stars. Very, very nice. But anyway, so the Tempo was first showcased, I believe, in the Circuit Challenge. It came in a neutron plastic. It was a really nice, pushy, forward, really straight disc that I think the Tempo was intended to be like a zone-ish type disc. I really liked it. It didn't make my bag, unfortunately, just because it wasn't the slot that I was looking for, just being that pushy, straighter shot, but pretty awesome disc to say the least. So we're going to be comparing this new Tempo to, I have a MVP Open exclusive. It was a full Eclipse Tempo. And then we're also going to be putting it up against the Zone that I have in my bag currently, which is a Zone GT with a nice little thumb track here. Some people like it, some people hate it. I actually like it really on backhands as well as forehands. But we're gonna compare it against both that full Eclipse Tempo as well as the Zone GT. So we're gonna throw a couple out in the field. We're gonna head on the course and throw a few shots, see how this beautiful Tempo flies, and then we'll sum up the video with some thoughts from there. Okay, so first up, the Jeremy Koling Tempo. Just a pretty neutral or flat release. And that's a pretty straight flyer with a nice finish at the end. Now we got the full Eclipse Tempo. Very nice flight. And then we have my Zone GT that I bag. So I sent my Zone on a wider line and at a bit of a hyzer, but the Jeremy Koling Tempo flew pretty straight with a nice little tiny finish at the end, and the full Eclipse had a little bit more of a fade to it. Let's give them another throw. Again, very close to a flat release. It does fly nice. It does push out, I think, more than you would expect a zone-ish type disc to do, but it still does have that nice fade at the end. We have the full Eclipse Tempo. That one does seem to be a bit more stable. And then the Zone. All right, I'm gonna put these on a little bit of a flexing shot just to see their stability and how they fight out. And that just like held that line. I was just fighting out a bit at the end of its flight. Now we got the Eclipse, full Eclipse Tempo. Similar, but you could see it definitely was fighting out a little sooner than the Jeremy Koling Tempo. And then we have the Zone. and that got back to the left a little quicker and with more fade than the other two tempos. I would say the Jeremy Koling tempo is definitely along the lines of that neutron tempo, where it really was a nice pushy disc that finished at the more 85–90% of its flight, but an awesome disc. So one other quick note before we get out to throw a few holes is, if you do look, I've noticed this, I've seen people say this online for like some people who've gotten these in their hands before they've been released, have also noticed that, like, if you can see, I don't know if the camera's gonna really pick it up, but there's like pitting almost in the disc. People were like, oh, what were we given, lab seconds here? And it's probably just a process to get the particle glow in this Proton plastic, that's just going to be the effect of the plastic. It's almost like when you have like slime and you mix all different types of ingredients in there. The slime isn't going to be perfectly like flat, and you may have like little ripples or ridges or whatever, but it's not going to affect the flight. I think that's what the Proton particle plastic is going to look like. It is what it is. It actually may, I don't know. I don't even know if it's going to have anything to do with your hand feel or grip, but don't freak out. It's not been confirmed yet, but I don't think it's anything to do with lab seconds. That's just what the plastic's going to be, to have those Proton particle glow particles within your plastic. So anyways, back to the video. All right, so we have a 180-foot hole here. This actually shapes up really nice for forehand. So we'll give all three of these discs a nice little forehand on hyzer to see if we can get up towards the basket. And that went a little straighter, but yeah, I'm like 10 to 12 feet past the basket. Not bad. Now we got the full Eclipse tempo. Oh, that one is about like 5 feet in front of the basket. And then we have my Zone GT. Skipped its way, and that one is the shortest one, and that's in my bag. Wow, awesome. Tempos are cool. So here we have my Zone, which is the shortest, which was like 10 feet. We got the full Eclipse glow right there, about like 6 feet. And then this was right behind the basket, not far at all. I really thought it was a lot deeper than that, but not too bad. So here we have just a 150-foot hole. I just almost rang up, I had a spit out with the video I just filmed earlier, the range. So if you haven't checked that out, definitely go ahead and check that video out. So yeah, just a nice little touch forehand we'll do with all three discs again and see if we can ring one up. We got the Jeremy Koling tempo. And this actually sets up decent for a forehand because you got those two trees that are guarding like either straight in or coming in on a hyzer into the basket. Oh, just hit that tree. Not bad. Now we have the full Eclipse tempo. Oh, nicked that tree again, not bad. And now we have the Zone GT. Oh, all right. And the CTP of this hole goes to the Eclipse tempo. And now we have hole 3 here. It's 165 feet. You can either go straight up the middle, or you could take the hyzer line off to the right. With the perfect disc that we have today, we're gonna take the hyzer line with all the discs. And every hole that we do, we're gonna throw same line, same type of power and everything. Set. Oh, we skipped a little bit past the basket, but that was a great line. Now we have the full Eclipse Tempo. Come on, just go in. Oh, that would have been awesome. And then we got the Zone GT. Set. Okay, and the CTP winner goes to the Zone GT, but not by much because we have the big Axiom Tempo here, and then right out there is the full Eclipse. Oh yeah, what a beauty. Set. Oh, okay, that was good. We got the full Eclipse Tempo. Great shot. Oh, almost hit the cage with the bounce. And then we got the Zone GT. Oh, all great shots. So let's go see who takes the CTP. And the winner here is the Eclipse Tempo, which is right here. And then we have the Zone GT and then the Tempo right over there. 195 feet here. I'm gonna just try to send this down on a baby Annie so it just like pans out and then maybe fades right to the basket. That was a layup right into the tree. That was decent. Now we got the full Eclipse Tempo. I gotta get this up a little more. Oh, do it. Oh my God, dude. Oh man, that is such a nice flight. I'm really loving that all Eclipse Tempo, full Eclipse. Now we got the Zone GT. Do it, come on. Those two blew past, which was the full Eclipse and the Zone GT. And we have the big Axiom Particle Glow Tempo right there for the win. A little bit past the basket there. Now we have the full Eclipse Tempo. Oh yeah, that one was a lot better, closer to the basket. And now we have the Zone GT. That was wide. Sit. Okay, let's go see. All right, and the disc who won again is the Total Eclipse. Come on. Oh, I just hit that last tree. All right, we got the full Eclipse. That's good. That's really good. Skipped past a little bit, but that's within 5-6 feet of the basket. Now we got the Zone GT. Oh man, set. All right, let's go see. It's either the full Eclipse or the Zone GT. Doesn't really matter who won. Just a fun little battle that I put together here. I just wanted to show you guys the new Jeremy Koling Proton Particle Glow Tempo. And I will make sure that I put on the screen over here how awesome this looks when it's lit up. I will be putting out a little quick, like 2-minute video on the Proton Particle Glow Tempo, either right before this video or literally directly following, just showcasing how beautiful it is. I think this is one of the most beautiful pretty discs that I've had or seen in quite some time. Again, huge congratulations to Big Jerm on moving over to Team MVP. Super stoked and excited to see what he's got on this year. Already took down one of the 4 New Zealand Tour Down Under tournaments, so that was super awesome to see. You could see the fire that's lit in his eyes for something new and a nice new change. But anyway, that's the look at the new Proton Particle Glow Tempo. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would definitely say that this is more along the lines of that Neutron MVP circuit challenge type disc, where it does really nice push straight forward and then has that nice little reliable finish at the end, whereas this full Eclipse tempo was definitely a bit more overstable. So if you are looking for that slot in your bag, I would go towards more something like this, but definitely check this out. Like I said, it is a lot sleeker in your hands than the Zone. Feels a lot nicer in my hands at least, and this may end up making your bag for not necessarily that Zone-ish type slot. So this Proton Particle Glow Tempo will be available Wednesday, February 12th. Head on over to deliciousdisc.com. You can use my code NOHASSLE10 to save yourself 10% off your order. You can grab one of these brand new tempos, a bunch of different MVP discs, all different manufacturers. They got blanks for dyeing supplies, and pretty much all your disc golf needs will be taken care of at deliciousdisc.com. Definitely an awesome disc. I'm going to play around with this a little more to see if it is something that gets incorporated in my bag. Definitely love supporting Big Jerm, but I have only a certain amount of slots in my bag, and I have a lot of emotionally attached discs, but they all do what I need them to do, all different things. Anyways, thank you guys again for watching this video. If you're stopping by for the first time, please hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed this video, please slap that like button. Hope you all have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. Take care.